Hello, hello, hello. Hey, welcome to Love Coach Sessions Live. I'm your host, KTJ. And today we're getting into it. We're going to talk about Michael B. Jordan. We're talking about Lori Harvey. And we're talking to the women about this idea of should more women date like Lori Harvey? You guys have seen it. And we're going to get into the specifics of that. But just to let you guys know, I'm KTJ and I am the creator of this show and I help women to understand men understand how men think when it comes to dating, relationships, and love, so they can find their great potential partner and find happiness for their lives. And I help men to understand their purpose, power, and potential in life, love, and legacy. And that's what we're doing here today. So we got this great topic, you guys. Look, if you're hopping in on the live, please jot down your questions. Jump in the chat box. Chat box is wide open for you to have the conversation. I love this to be a conversation, not just a monologue, but a conversation between us two about these issues. Now, I don't always do these kind of hot topic sort of blog topics, but when they have a point that I think needs to be raised, I'll just jump into it. Okay, that's what I think that we need to do. Like, if it comes into Hollywood reflects culture, and so we need to talk about it. All right, and this one is a hot one because this is all over. You guys have seen it. You saw that Michael B. Jordan. You guys know Michael B. Jordan. He is the actor from Creed. He's done many, many great movies, and he's a hot ticket item. I think he was voted sexiest man alive by People Magazine or one of those magazines. And so he's definitely the it guy, right? And you have somebody like Lori Harvey. Now, Lori Harvey is Steve Harvey's daughter. He's her stepdaughter. He made her his daughter, and she is living the young life. She's 23 years old, and she's most notably known not only as Steve Harvey's daughter, but she's more known as a serial dater. Okay, she dates the it boys in town, and she dates the guys who are on top. Okay, she's known for having dated Future. Last time she also dated other she dated P. Diddy, maybe even dated P. Diddy's son, Sean Combs. We don't even know, right? But she's known for dating people. Okay. Now, so the question though, you guys, is this a great strategy for women to follow who are looking for love? Should you be dating like Lori Harvey? Okay. Lori Harvey. Now, so let's talk about that, you guys. So you think about somebody like her. Now, keep in mind, Lori Harvey is 23 years old. Okay, this is the stuff you do when you're 23 that you don't do when you're 43 necessarily. But we'll talk about it in a minute, though. This is what she's doing at 23. She's dating Future. She's dating Diddy. She's dating this one. She's dating that one. She's enjoying her young life. So let's start with the upsides. Look, she's enjoying her life. Okay, this girl is living her best life, and she understands that she has a positioning, and she understands that it's hers to take advantage of. Right? She got a platform. She's got a positioning on Instagram. People are looking at her. People are noticing her. If she's smart, she'd turn that into an acting career. If she could. She may not have the chops. If she's smart, she turned that into a business. Look, these women can have a skincare line and become almost a billionaire. What was that? Kylie Jenner and her makeup line. Boom, a billionaire. That girl made millions of dollars in one day, right? So it's definitely possible. And Kylie Jenner is somebody who's also famous for nothing. She's famous because her family's famous. So Lori Harvey could possibly do the same thing. Listen, and you know what? I don't blame them. You take whatever advantage that falls before you, and you rock out with that. Okay. So she's taking advantage of that. So check it out. She exploits her positioning as Steve Harvey's daughter and all this notoriety, right? And as she's in these dating situations, now check this out, you guys. She dates around. She dates around. Many women will decide on one guy. If y'all like a guy, many women, if you like a guy, you like that guy and you stick with that guy, right? And then if it don't work out, you move on and you might like somebody else, right? She don't move on. I'm sorry, she moves on quickly. Like she's probably was dating multiple people at the same time, right? I don't tell people. I suggest that you should, if you're single, you should be seeing people. You should be enjoying your single life. Now, I don't suggest you be sleeping with all these people. Okay. Now, so that's going to come down on the downside. But right now, we're just talking about her exploiting her singlehood. She's exploiting her positioning, her fame, and she's exploiting her position as being a single female, okay, who's out here living her life. Now, here's the third thing that I think on the upside for somebody like Lori Harvey is that she gets rid of them quick. Look, if she realizes that this is not right for her, she gets rid of them. She kick him to the curb quick. She look, boom, gone, and she moves right on and with her life, right? You don't see notice of her hanging on to somebody, trying to make it work, trying to be all he wants you to be. Nah, she's not with that. She's just like, if it works, fine, we're gonna rock out with it. If it don't work, fine. I'm 23 and I got my whole life ahead of me and I don't have time for it. And she's gone. Now, to me, I think that's a great strategy. Okay, I suggest, look, for single people who are in, I suggest if it ain't right, look. I even tell, as I'm having the conversation with the guy, I say, if you meet somebody on there and on the dating app, and the vibe just isn't right. Like she's oppositional in the beginning. Like I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. Okay, bye. Click, move on. That's the benefit of our society, that we can kind of move on quickly. But it can also be the downside that we move quickly too, because then you have challenges in making a relationship work. Relationships are difficult. Let's be honest. They're difficult to manage, but they are manageable. So let's get into the downside. Look, we gave you the upside. Now let's talk about the downside. A woman who is a serial dater runs the risk of getting the reputation. Okay. Getting the reputation. Now, I know we live in a new culture, a new society, and it's like, hey, it's you can be all you want to be, slut shaming and all that sort of thing. Okay. If that's what you want to be, you go ahead and be that. But understand that people have a good memory. And the day that you want to run for mayor, they're going to remember that. Okay. So you don't want to do something in your younger years that ruins you for the future. Now, who knows? Maybe that doesn't ruin her for the future. But you definitely don't want to be out here giving it all away to every Tom, Dick, and Harry that wants it. Okay. So if that's the case, then she's winning on that. If she's not doing that, then she's winning. If she's spreading it all around, we'll find out. We'll find out. So now here's another downside to this whole idea of dating as a serial dater. She's famous for nothing. Let's be clear on that. She's famous for nothing. If she doesn't turn this into a payday that lasts a long time, it could all fall to nothing. And because here's the downside, y'all. She's 23 right now. When you're 33, you're going to want a different kind of life than you wanted when you're 23. When you're 43, you want a different kind of life than you wanted when you were 33. Okay? And some of these things that she does, I wouldn't suggest that a 43-year-old do. Okay, some of this kind of activity she does, I wouldn't suggest it, because you're playing in a different market when you're 43 versus 23. All right. Here's another thing that is kind of a downside to this being a serial dater. She gets to be seen as someone who cannot maintain a relationship, right? Somebody who can't maintain a relationship. It's easy to find somebody. It's easy to hook up with somebody. It's easy to get things going, but can you maintain it day to day to day to day? Okay. anybody can get it started, but can you keep it going? And this is why I'm talking to people now. I'm talking to people who doing a lot of 2-week relationships. They've been in a relationship for 2 months, 2 weeks. I'm talking about 2 weeks, like 1 week together. Next week, at the end of that week, they're going on off to the next person. So, yes, you should get to know yourself and get to know the person, but understand that if you're going to playing hopscotch, leapfrog from person to person to person to person, you are weakening your relationship building muscles. All right. They're muscles. And if you're going to maintain a relationship, you got to work at it, and you got to work to build those muscles. All right. And so the last thing that I want to say on that downside is that, yes, it gets harder as you get older. It's easy at 23. It's hard at 43. It's easy to get a date at 23, 43. Your pickings are going to change by 43. And when you're 23, almost all your friends, none of them have kids. The guys you meet, they don't have families. They don't have anything. It's just they're just living carefree. When you're 43, everybody has kids. Some of them got grandkids, right? And so your choices for, relationship building changes when you're 43 versus when you're 23. All right. So this thing, it changes as time goes on. So the question is this for you? Is this for you? Well, only you can know, because only you know you. But understand, like, there's an upside and a downside to serial dating. But as you're getting to know yourself, here's what I always talk about. How well do you know yourself? Do you date yourself? Do you take yourself out? Do you show yourself a good time? Do you know what a good time is to you without anybody else? Or do you need somebody to add to your good time? Do you need somebody to come and make you happy, make you smile, make you enjoy yourself? Do you need somebody else's input to bring about your own happiness? And if you do, you got some work to do, right? If you can't have a party by yourself, if you can't enjoy the comfort of your own company, why should anybody else? And why should anyone else come and fill your cup? I'm telling you, if you always need somebody to come fill your cup, you will always need somebody to fill your cup. And at some point in time, somebody's going to let you down. Are you hearing me? Look, somebody is going to let you down. You're going to be like, you said you love me. How come you're not hanging around? How come you don't come around? How come you don't call? You don't do this. You don't do that. You shouldn't always need somebody. Now, we all need somebody. Nobody is an island. You know what I mean? Nobody is standing alone, but you shouldn't absolutely need to have a partner in your life. Now, I don't know. Maybe this is what the 23-year-old is doing here. Maybe she needs to have somebody. Maybe that's why she's with Future and quickly on to the next one. Like, because it's not that much time between her being with Future and her being with Michael B. Jordan, right? So maybe it's because she doesn't enjoy her time, her space being by herself. I don't know. But understand that we teach people how to treat us, and guess how we teach them? By how we treat ourselves. So if you can't stand your own company, who's going to be able to stand your company? And if you can't stand being by yourself, enjoying you, then who's going to do that? Who's going to fill that space for you? Teach people by doing it yourself. Do something, one thing today that shows how much you enjoy yourself. And I'm telling you, you be on the road to overall love and success. This isn't about finding a person. This isn't all about somebody else. It is mostly about you. So I want you to make it that way and enjoy every moment of this journey. So you guys, till next time, thank you so much for joining me. Look, hit that subscribe button, then hit the bell so you don't miss anything. I got an ebook that's coming out very soon. It's going to be amazing, and I want all of you guys to get that ebook. It's coming soon. I believe we launch it in February, and it's going to be amazing. I want you guys to get it. I'm going to be dropping the links here soon, and I want you guys to have it and be in the mix on this. All right. You guys have an amazing day. Till next time. Peace. Love. Bye.